everyone, Saki here and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the first video of 2020. I am so excited to be here, and 2020 is actually, I think, my 4th year on YouTube. So I'm really happy to bring you another exciting video. In today's video, I have the most requested, the most asked for, and it's probably going to be my most popular video of the year, and that is my entire handbag collection. I started doing this at the beginning of the year last year, so I think that this is going to be kind of a new tradition to do every single year. As you know, I am a huge fan of handbags. My whole channel basically centers around designer handbags now, so if you are also a handbag lover and you like any of the things that I show you in this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel as well. Alright, this is going to be a very long video, so let's just get started. So I wanted to quickly say that I'm not going to be including any of my Japanese brands or any of the contemporary brands such as Ted Baker and Kate Spade as well, just because I did already feature those in my collection video last year and those have not changed at all. Any of the cute and girly bags that you've seen on my channel that aren't in this video, I highly suggest that you watch last year's video because that is where you'll find them. Today I'm only going to be focusing on my designer handbags like from Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior, etc. So you'll see all of those in this video today. I'm going to be breaking them up by designer and then putting them back on my shelf as you see here. So yeah, let's just get started. So the first brand that I have is from Teddy Blake. So Teddy Blake is a company that I have worked with in the past, so they did send me a couple of their bags. The first one that I have to show you is their Maya bag in the 10-inch size. This bag is so cute and so great for every day. It's just like a classic satchel design with a flap, and inside there is just one main compartment. But what I love about this bag is that it has not only a top handle but also a crossbody strap. This bag is perfect as a day bag, and I actually use this a lot during fall because I just loved the darker pink color. A lot of the Teddy Blake bags kind of have that design where it's sophisticated but also cute at the same time, so I highly encourage you guys to check it out if you are looking for a premium quality bag but without the crazy thousands and thousands of dollars price tag. The next Teddy Blake bag is actually one that I just got. It's a really cute bag. I actually just got this one a couple of days ago in the mail. It's a lot smaller than the other totes that I have, but I think that's what makes it perfect for every day. Most of the other tote bags that I have I actually use for travel because they are a little bit bigger, but I think this one would be perfect to use maybe to bring with you to work or something, and it's just such good quality. Teddy Blake is always made from premium leather, and of course I just really love this color too. It's like my perfect shade of pink. Alright, next, moving on, I wanted to talk to you guys about my Longchamp La Pliage bag. It is very heavy and stuffed right now because I'm actually bringing this with me on my wedding trip to Thailand and on our honeymoon to Europe. I've had this bag for a while now, but I've only used it a couple of times. I recently went on a trip where I used my neverfull, and I just realized for the first time how scary the fact that it's just a big opening is, especially when I hear the horror stories of people getting pickpocketed in Europe. I figured I really needed to bring a bag that can close. After I've stuffed this to the brim, I realized that how great this bag is because it can hold everything. In this bag right now, I have some of my appliances in there. I have another bag in here. I have 4 sets of clothing, I believe, and plus my travel liquids and stuff like that. So this bag can really hold a lot. I actually got the large size and it was so inexpensive. It was less than $200, and the quality on this thing is amazing. I feel like Longchamp bags are totally underrated. Obviously, one of the best points about this bag too is that it can fold up really small, which I can't show you right now because my bag is stuffed, but I love that feature so much. If you're not using it on your travels, you can just kind of fold it up in a little tiny thing and stick it in your suitcase. And it might seem like they're out of style or people don't carry them anymore, but I truly love these bags so much, and I'm so happy that I have mine. Alright, so we're moving on to the best part of the video, and that is my high-end luxury designer bags. So I think we'll start with Louis Vuitton. So the first bag I just mentioned, but this is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull. This is in the MM size and the limited edition Tahitian print from 2017. This bag goes with me everywhere pretty much, and I've kind of abused it to death. I normally use it for work. I have an insert inside it that makes it super functional for me for work. This insert is by Tote Savvy. I find that this is the most useful work insert for me just because because it goes the height of the bag, and not only does it keep its shape, but it has so many like little compartments and everything. Before I even got this Tahitian print one, I just had a normal neverfull in the demi-azur print, and that one went with me everywhere, even to like the beach and stuff. So I can really say that these bags are truly some of the greatest companions for travel, and they're just so durable as well. But yeah, this is just one of my favorite bags in my collection, and I'm so happy to have found this limited edition print. Alright, speaking of which, I have my Tahitian Speedy 30 as well. As you can tell, I just really love this limited edition print. I just think it's so cute with the pink designs against the demi-azur print. So this Speedy I'm actually using as my everyday purse right now. I'm also using it for work, so it's really heavy. I mainly just use this one during the winter. In the summer, I like a carefree crossbody bag, but in the winter, I have to have something that carries all of my necessities. As you can see, it is currently stuffed. I also have a felt organizer in here that I use to keep its shape and also to compartmentalize all of my items. I actually bought both of my Tahitian print bags, the Speedy and the Neverfull, online secondhand. So if you are looking for this print still, they have so many pieces that are being sold secondhand. I bought this one off the RealReal, and I bought the other one off of eBay. So if you do like this print, it is discontinued, so you can't buy it in store. The Speedy, in my opinion, is one of the most classic designs of Louis Vuitton. I personally don't love the Speedy. I think it's a great classic bag, and I'm really happy to have one in my collection, but I don't think that I will ever get any more. I really used to want the Speedy 25, which is the smaller version of this, but ever since I got my other Dior bag, which you'll see in a couple of minutes, I just have no desire to get another Speedy, although I am really glad to have this one, and I will never ever sell it. I just don't see me adding any more Speedies to my collection at this time. Alright, continuing with Louis Vuitton, the next bag I want to talk about is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Felicie. Like I mentioned earlier, I really love carrying just like small crossbodies and things that are very carefree during the summer, and this is the perfect bag for that. But because I got this like towards the end of summer, I haven't really used it much, which is why it made it into my worst purchases of this year list. I will leave a link to that video if you are interested in watching it if you haven't already seen it. But basically, I said in that video, I just haven't really used this one that much, and I think that's just purely due to the fact that I bought it towards the end of the summer months, so I just haven't really had a need to wear it. However, I do think it's a great bag. I love how handy it is. You can stick this bag into like one of your bigger tote bags to use as like an on-the-go bag if you need to. Once you open it up, it comes with like this little bill pouch thing, and then it also comes with like a card insert, which is really cool if you use these kinds of things. And of course, on the inside, it just has the long crossbody chain that comes with it. Mine is in gold hardware. It's a pretty decent price for a Louis Vuitton piece, so I do recommend this bag if you are just starting out and you're looking for something Louis Vuitton to add to your collection. Alright, the next Louis Vuitton bag is my Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis. So I love this bag to death. I actually have figured out that I use this bag more in the fall and the winter. I also think that this is the perfect travel companion. I brought this with me to Iceland, and it did beautifully. It was like cold and windy and lots of snow there, and this bag just withstood all of those weather conditions, and it can hold so many things because of the 3 compartments. I think this bag is one of the most functional bags that I own. I used to not be such a fan of the 3 compartments because I prefer a more open bag, but I think because I've just used this bag so much, it's actually stretched out a little bit so I can fit all of my bulky items in here. But yeah, Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis definitely had its like a huge wave of popularity maybe last year, and I feel like you don't see it as much today, but I still do think that this is a great bag, and I do think that this is going to be a classic for Louis Vuitton. Alright, I'm pretty sure this is the last Louis Vuitton bag that I have to show you. This is my Louis Vuitton Alma BB. Look how freaking cute this bag is. I love this bag to death. This one I did buy off of Yuki's Closet, which is a pre-loved website that I love this shop from. I'll leave a link to a video where I talk more about like where I buy pre-loved and how I buy it. I got this one for a really great price because it does have a little bit of staining on it. There are a couple of like yellow marks on the vernis leather, which if you're not familiar with like patent leather, once you like get something on here, it's almost impossible to get off. I've seen so many like patent leather bags bags with like pen marks and stuff like that. So although it may seem durable because it's like more water resistant and stuff, I just feel like the color transfer on the patent leathers is just insane. So you want to be careful with that if you are buying anything in this leather. I love the fact that it is just a giant hole because you can fit so many things in here for it being like such a tiny miniature bag. But trust me, it can fit like all of your essentials for day to day, and it can even fit a water bottle in here. So yeah, I just find that this bag is super functional. So the next brand we'll talk about is Prada. So if you watch my channel, you'll know that this little Prada Odette bag is one of my treasures. It's literally like my baby. I love this bag so much. I bought it this year when it came out for Chinese Valentine's Day. It is a limited edition, so it's pretty much sold out now. This bag is so amazing. I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll know I rave on and on and on about this bag. This is one of the bags I probably will never ever get rid of. It is so handy. I've actually brought this to concerts with me. I brought this to at Disneyland with me this year, and this bag is just so functional, and I'm so in love with it. It has a large crossbody strap that I am always using, and I also love the fact that it is top handle as well, so you can just like carry it like this and be all cute and dainty. I did recently just add one more Prada bag to my collection, and that is my Prada Saffiano Galleria bag in the size small. A lot of people have been confused whether this is the small size or the mini size, but this is actually the second smallest size. So the mini one, I feel like they just recently released, and that one is tiny, like tinier than this tiny. I added this bag to my collection because I got it on sale for Black Friday from a site called Rebag. I've always wanted to buy this style bag, but I don't know, I've just felt like it's a little bit outdated maybe, and I don't see very many people carrying it anymore, so I was always really hesitant to add this to my collection. However, because I got it on sale for Black Friday, I paid under $1,000 for it, which is pretty good considering the fact that this bag retail price is about $2,500, so I just felt like it was a really good deal and the perfect time to add it to my collection. What I love about this bag is just how functional it is. Although it may seem like it is unsecure, if you need to carry valuables in here, it does have two large zippers in the front and the back. I personally keep my wallet whenever I'm using it in the back here, just because it's the pocket that's closest to my body, and I do find that these zippers are tough enough to where you can definitely feel somebody tugging on it if they try to open your bag. So that is how you kind of use this bag if you want to carry it day to day. Alright, moving on. I only have one bag from this brand, but I'm going to talk about my Givenchy Antigona. This bag right now is my go-to work bag. It's one of my most functional bags like of all time. I'm actually thinking of doing a video of like my top functional bags, and this would definitely be like at the top if not number one. The one that I have is actually the small size, and it's from 2014, so it's like one of the older styles where you cannot actually detach the strap. Like I said, mine is from 2014, so I did buy it used off of Fashion File because of just the shape and the way that it looks. I just think that this makes a great elegant work bag and definitely high on my list for functional bags. Alright, I have one more brand that I wanted to talk to you guys about before we move on to my Chanel collection, and that is Dior. So this one is my Lady Dior in the medium size. Mine is from 2004, so it's not that old, but 2004 was like 15 years ago, so I do feel like this is a very old bag in my collection. However, it is really going strong. It's actually in lambskin, which I'm really surprised about because for how durable it is, it doesn't seem like it's in such a delicate leather. This is a great little day bag. It can hold so many things. The only trick is that the opening is a little bit tight, so although the inside can hold a lot, you have to kind of really squeeze your items in there to get them in there in the first place. But once you do, I just feel like this is a great bag. I currently have an organizer in there which I use just to keep its shape a little bit more, and yeah, this is just a really great bag. This is one of the like most classic bags in my opinion. I think it really does rival like the Chanel classic flap. I will say though, if you are looking to buy one of these bags, I highly recommend that you go the pre-loved route like I did, because the price of them brand new is kind of ridiculous. It's almost like $5,000 after tax, and these do not resell sell very well for some reason. So if you are looking for even like a brand new condition bag, you should really try to find it secondhand, because you can get it for at least like $2,000 off, if not more. Alright, I do have another Lady Dior bag, and that is the Lady Dior in the small size. This actually isn't officially called the small size, but it is just one step down from the medium, so I like to call it the small size. But the actual name of this is the My Lady Dior, and the reason they call it My Lady Dior is because you can customize the strap. So the strap that I have is just this thick one, and it has these 3 little badges on it, so you can remove the badges and put other ones on here if you buy them. I think this size is super functional, and the best part about it is that it doesn't have a zipper. It has a little flap. The zipper can be kind of problematic on the Lady Dior's because it's really stiff and kind of tight, so the fact that these have the flap just makes it so useful and functional. These bags do only come in lambskin, or even I guess patent leather in the other sizes, but yeah, something to note if you are looking for this bag. There's no way to avoid getting lambskin. Alright, and on to the last Dior bag that I have. This is my Dior vintage Boston bag, I think that's what it's called. It's in the classic Dior Trotter print. I got this one off of eBay for Christmas last year for $200, which is a great price for a Dior bag. This bag has a lot of wear on it. There is a lot of cracking in the leather. There's also a couple of little stains on it, but honestly it looks great from afar, and I love this bag because it's the exact same size as the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 like I mentioned earlier. I really wanted the Speedy 25 until I got this bag, and I just realized that this one is a little bit more unique than that, and it's the exact same shape and style, so you get the feeling of the Speedy, but you don't have to pay the $1,000 and up price tag for it. I highly recommend, if you are looking for something alternative to the Speedy, to check out these vintage bags. And plus I figured that this one is white and pink, and it totally matches my aesthetic a little bit more than just a, you know, Damier Azur Speedy. Alright, so we're finally on to the last part of the video, which is my favorite brand of all time, and that is Chanel. I actually had to take a little break because I'm so exhausted from talking about all of my bags, but we are gonna get through this. The first bag is from my vintage collection, and this is the Chanel Vanity Case. It's a 9 series piece, which you will see in this video. I'm obsessed with the 9 series pieces. I think that this is the most beautiful pink they've ever made. This style has been resurrected in some of the newer collections. I added my own strap to it as well. I just kind of like hooked on a strap to the leather parts on the top. I don't recommend this if you are using it for like an everyday bag and if you're stuffing it a lot, just because I'm worried that the leather tabs might give out. But if you are just using this, you know, just to chuck a couple of things in there like a wallet and a lipstick, I don't think that'll bring much wear to the bag. The bag is just a open hole. I'm calling it a bag even though it is technically just a vanity case. I think you're just supposed to like put it on your like vanity and store like your makeup in here, but I do think that it's very cute as a bag. I highly recommend, if you're looking for something a little bit more unique, to go the vintage Chanel route, because there are so many really cute unique bags that you can honestly repurpose, like how I have here. And of course the vintage bags are always at a better price point than the newer bags, so you can find something to add to your collection that won't cost you an arm and a leg. Speaking of vintage, we'll just keep going through all of my pieces that I have from the 2004 9 series collection. And the next bag is my bowler bag. So I have to be honest, I don't use this bag very much. It is one of my least used purchases of all time, just because I do find that the shape is a little bit strange. Like, it's a little bit too small to be a luggage piece, but it's a little bit too big to be an everyday handbag. I have used this in the past just for like one-day sleepovers or a weekend trip, which I find to be very useful, but I just think that the fact that it doesn't have like any shoulder strap or crossbody strap kind of makes this a little bit hard to use as a travel piece. Sad to say that I just don't use this bag too much, but I still really love having it in my collection as it is from my favorite series. Alright, and the last piece that I have from that series is my Chanel Medium Classic Flap. This is my favorite bag out of my entire collection. I love this thing to death. I kind of just want to buy like backups on backups of it because I'm so worried about this bag. I'm actually bringing it with me to my trip to Europe for our honeymoon. This is also my favorite size. I really do love the jumbo size as well, but I just find that the medium is a little bit better like for my body frame, and it can hold everything that I need to. I love the classic double flap style. I think it really protects the bag and if we're traveling, I really love carrying stuff back here. I actually have one of my like spare phones in here right now, and then I have our passports in the front and then my wallet in the middle. I am so excited to use this for our trip because I know this is a great functional everyday bag, and I love the fact that you can use it both in the daytime and the nighttime. It makes the perfect day bag because of how much it can hold, and obviously because it's so classy and elegant, it makes the perfect night bag as well. And yeah, I just love this medium size so much. If I had infinite money, I would probably have this medium size in like every shade of pink and in every leather and fabric. So yeah, just highly recommend this bag. It's my true holy grail and I can't say enough good things about it. Alright, moving on, I think we're just going to knock out all of the classic pieces. So the next classic bag that I have is the Chanel small flap. This looks pretty much the same as my other bag. I just really love all of these sizes of the classic flaps. The only one that I don't have is the maxi and the square mini. I know the minis aren't considered classic yet, but in my opinion they are. Because I have 4 sizes of this bag, I do have a long video comparing all of the different sizes that I have, which I will link for you up there and down below. It's a very comprehensive video of everything that each bag can fit, the differences, which one I prefer, etc. So yeah, check that video out if you are looking to buy a Chanel classic flap. So this one is in the small size. I actually do really love the small size. It fits almost as much as the medium, maybe minus 1 SLG or so. But I do love the way that this looks, especially compared to my body frame. Although one thing that I will have to say is I wish the strap was a little bit longer. I don't mind the short strap on the medium, but just because the small is a little bit more square shaped, I feel like it would be great as a crossbody bag. I have heard of people getting these lengthened, but I don't want to do that to my bag. So yeah, I'm just gonna suffer with the shorter strap. My bag is actually from 2019. It's from the 19S collection. This leather is super different from like the standard caviar leather. It's really puffy and it feels more of like a grained calfskin than the caviars. But yeah, I just super love this bag. I love the small size to death. The small size is a little bit underrated in my opinion. I don't know why it's not more popular. Alright, speaking of the iridescent pieces, I might as well just show you now my Chanel Jumbo in the iridescent collection. This is also from 19S, and this is definitely one of my holy grail bags. I love this bag to death. If I only had to keep 2 bags in my collection, it'd probably be my medium flap and my jumbo, because this bag is truly amazing. It's got this really long strap that is perfect for carrying on your shoulder, and this bag can hold everything that you ever need. It's perfect for an everyday bag. I currently have an organizer in there just to keep its shape, although when I use it, I never use the organizer. I think this bag is perfect for everyday use, for shopping. Every time I see this bag on someone, it just looks so good. I've never seen this bag on anyone and been like, that looks bad. I think that this bag just elevates any outfit. It can match anybody's style, especially if you get it in a color that matches your style. And yeah, overall, I'm just so happy with this one. Alright, while we're talking about jumbos, I will talk to you about the other jumbo that I have. So this is the Chanel Jumbo from the 2017 Cruise collection. I actually really loved this collection. They came out with a couple of different pieces in this pink, although I will say currently I tend to gravitate more towards this like baby pink color rather than this like pale blush color. I will have to say that this is so beautiful in my opinion. Mine is in the champagne gold hardware, so a lot of the times it looks silver, but then up close it looks gold. So I think that's really cool if you are one of those people who wears both silver and gold jewelry. The structure of this bag is like all of the other classic bags with the double flap in it. I actually don't use this bag as much as I should, and it's been at my mom's house for a while because she asked to borrow it. I just think that these bags are better in caviar. I do love lambskin, but for a big bag like this, I just feel like caviar is more practical, I guess, just because there is so much surface area. I'm always afraid that I'm going to bump this bag into something or get it scratched. But yeah, like I said, I do really love the jumbo size. I just don't use this one as much because I'm just so scared of the lambskin. Alright, like I mentioned earlier, the other piece that I have from that collection, 2017 Cruise, is my Chanel Mini. So as you can see, it is the exact same color. I love this blush color. I think it goes with like practically everything, and it's really a neutral to me. I think that it totally rivals like the Chanel Small, even the Chanel Medium, but you can wear it in so many different ways because it has the very long strap. You can wear it as a crossbody, you can double it up as a shoulder bag. These minis are so hard to find, and I actually bought mine secondhand off of Tradesy, and man, I paid a lot of money for it, but I think it's so worth it. But anyway, yeah, highly recommend this mini. It's great for any special occasion as well as being a day bag, because although it looks tiny, it packs a punch. And this one is definitely like my go-to occasion bag as well. Like, I've brought it with me to like every wedding, and I just think it makes a great classic bag. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie, it is a new day, but this video was taking so long I couldn't finish filming it that day, so I'm back to try and finish this. So the next bag that I want to talk about is actually my Chanel backpack. This is the Urban Spirit backpack. I actually got this in Vegas this year. I've wanted a Chanel backpack for so long, and I love this one. The only regret that I have is that I wish it was in caviar. Having a lambskin backpack is not the most functional. I mean, it's just such a big surface area, like I was saying with the jumbo, that I think that it's just a little bit impractical to have something so delicate just to be like hanging on your back. When it came to like the winter months and the colder months, I just felt like really uncomfortable carrying it, so I'm saving this to carry during the summer again. I love the functionality of this backpack. It's so cute. It's such a great size. I think this is the small size. There's definitely one smaller and one bigger. There's a little pocket in the back, which I find really functional just to kind of put your phone, or if you want to, you can put like a credit card in here so you don't have to like go into your backpack to pay for stuff if you're using it on like a shopping day or something. This bag can hold so much. It can hold like a pair of shoes and like a bunch of other stuff, so it's really functional as a day bag. Alright, the next bag is also one that I recently got this year, and it is my Chanel Trendy CC bag. I previously had one before, but it was the one in the quilting, and I think that this chevron is actually a lot more aesthetically pleasing than the other. I just love the way that it kind of like stands tall, I guess, and is like a boxy shape. I love the fact that it is like a top handle bag, and it has this like strap that kind of goes into itself, which I think is really cool. The strap is a little bit shorter though, so you can't use it as a crossbody. Well, you can if you're a little bit petite, but it does kind of like ride up a little bit. This one also has a back pocket, which is really nice, and what's really cool about it is that it has 3 compartments. I got this one from Eurotrash, which is an Australian secondhand consignment store, and I got it for a really great price as well. These bags are being sold at a crazy high amount retail price, so I highly recommend that you try and find one secondhand if you are looking for this one. Alright, the next bag is also a Trendy CC bag, but it is the wallet on chain version. It has the gold bar just like the bigger bag, but it is just a smaller wallet on chain style. What I really like about this is that I love the wallet on chain style, but this has a actual functioning turn lock, which I think is really cool. The only thing that I don't like about this bag is it doesn't have a back pocket like the classic wallet on a chain. I actually do have a video comparing this to the classic wallet on a chain. If you wanted to have a look at that, I will link it below for you. But this bag is just super cute, although I don't find it super functional. I think it might be because it's newer in my collection, but the leather is just so stiff that I find that I can't like stuff as much in here without ruining the shape, so I don't tend to use it as much as my classic wallet on a chain. I still really love the look of this bag. I just don't think that it's like as functional as like a normal wallet on a chain. So yeah, a really cute bag. I wish I used it more, but I still love having it in my collection. Alright, the next bag is my classic wallet on a chain bag. This is actually my first Chanel piece ever. I got this one a couple of years ago and I love it to death. It has gone through the ringer. It's got so much wear like along the corners and everything, but I did use this one to death. It's still one of my go-to bags when I do want something very easy and carefree. It can hold a lot deceptively because the lambskin is so soft, and you can really stuff this thing to the brim. I love carrying it on trips, and I think that it's great for a crossbody bag, and you can kind of manipulate the chain so that it's a shoulder bag or even a belt bag. In the video I was talking about earlier, I do have like 10 ways that you can wear this wallet on a chain if you want to check that out. Yeah, I think this is a really great bag to start off your collection if you are looking for something a little bit cheaper. It's not cheap by any means. This is still a very expensive bag, but if you are looking for something to start off your collection, I highly recommend a wallet on a chain. The next bag is my only boy bag that I have in my collection. I'm not a huge fan of the boy bag style, but this one I absolutely fell in love with because obviously the gold chain and the pink just makes a great combination. What I don't love about the boy bags is this like sliding chain situation. I actually like to wear my bag with the chain on the bottom so that it doesn't slide around. I just hate having to fumble with it, and I feel like this is a great way to wear the bag if you are looking for something a little bit more sturdy. This bag probably is comparable to the Chanel rectangular mini. It can hold a lot, but obviously not a whole lot because it is a tinier bag. This is the small size, and I got this one off of Trendy used. I'm pretty sure it's from 2017. But yeah, these boy bags run for so much if you're trying to buy them used, so I actually recommend buying this brand new, because brand new or used, I feel like the prices are very similar, and obviously if they are similar, you might as well go brand new on these. The boy bag is clearly a classic style for Chanel now, and yeah, although I do really love mine, I don't see myself adding any more to my collection because it's just not my favorite style. Alright, the next bag in my collection is going to be my Chanel reissue. So this was in my collection last year, but it was a different size. I actually had the 225 or the small size, and I really liked it, but I really wanted the 226 or medium size, so I was able to find one like literally right after I made that video, and it was at an incredible price. This wasn't like the best condition though. As you can see, there is like a little line creasing right here. I didn't mind that too much, however, for the price that I got it for, but I really loved this reissue bag more towards the beginning of the year. As I've used it a little bit more, I just don't find it to be necessarily my style. I actually let my mom borrow this, and it is way more her like style and aesthetic than it is mine, so I think I'm going to just hand it off to her. So I don't think this is going to be in my collection for very much longer. I think maybe as my style maybe matures in the future, this will probably be a better bag for me, but for right now, I just don't really see me getting on with it anymore. One thing that I will have to say that I think is superior to the classic medium flap is that the chain is the perfect length on this bag. It's perfect for a shoulder bag and for crossbody, and of course doubled up, it's the perfect length as well. So that's the only thing that I will miss about this, is having it be a crossbody bag. And alright, we're on to the last and final bag in my collection, and it happens to be my oldest as well. So this is my Chanel classic medium flap in the, I believe this is a 2 series, and it is from around 1992 or 1991. I like to say it's 1992 because that is the year that I was born. So this bag is the same age as me. We're both 27 years old. This is one of my most treasured bags in my collection just because it is vintage and it's very old, and because it is in this beautiful pink color. I didn't even realize pink bags were a thing back in the day, and the fact that it's also gold hardware, just I feel like this bag and I are twins, so I love it so much. I don't necessarily use it that much because I am worried about the delicate leather. Although it has held up pretty good over time, you can just definitely feel that it's a little bit more delicate. I really like to use this bag when I do like more vintage style looks. I think it goes really great with that, but otherwise I like to just keep it on my shelf for it to look pretty. I love having this bag too because it's really like a testament to how Chanel holds up over time. Obviously there is like some wrinkling and the quilts have flattened and everything, but in terms of the structure of the bag and everything, it still is fully functional and it looks great for being almost 30 years old. So yeah, just definitely a treasure in my collection and probably a bag that I'll never let go of. Alright, that was all for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had a happy New Year celebration, and I hope to bring you guys so many more videos on my channel this year. I really want to go back to doing 2 videos a week like I had been doing for most of 2019. However, things just got a little bit crazy with work and with life, so I wasn't able to do that very often. But hopefully after the wedding and after all that kind of craziness settles, I will be back to 2 videos a week. But yes, just please stay tuned to any new videos that may be coming to my channel. If you have any suggestions for me, please leave them down in the comment section below. It really helps me out to come up with new ideas as well. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed seeing my collection. Sorry about the weird two-part thing that happened. And yeah, let me know what you think of it. Maybe let me know what your favorite bag was. Alright, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel because I do upload videos every single week. And yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye!